you have 2 more just now finishing. Focus down Metavats when you can, and then the Marauders after that. He's not microing this at all, but if you look at your natural, because he's Terran, he's going to always be attacking multiple spots. So good thing to pull the probes. You don't want to lose any more than you have to. Make sure you're focusing on Marauders. Even though you don't have Blink, you can always pull low health Stalkers back.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I didn't know you had enough energy to do that.
No.
Alright, make sure you move your probes back over there. Huh?
So, that was scary.
Probes, and you do need to warp in. Probably get 2 more gateways as well. Get a council and a second.
Damn, he's going heavy against me, man.
No, that was just a standard. Well, not really standard, but that was just a small push. He did waste a lot of units there because he didn't micro at all.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know
where he should have been.
So 2 more gates and a third base, because you defended his first push and you killed off his medevac count. He's going to be hurting a lot in terms of his overall army composition. So if you keep getting out Colossus tech or more Colossi, he's going to be in a really bad spot. So long as you keep them alive, so you can easily take a third right now.
Gotcha. And should I go for Blink?
No. You only go for Blink when they are going extremely tank heavy, and even then it's really hard to pull off. You do want to start, or you did not, you took your 4th gas, but you never mined from it.
Well, that's a problem.
And you want to transfer some of your probes from your main over to your natural, because your main is getting kind of low. You want to balance out your resources and your bases as much as possible, so that way if you lose one, like if you lost a base that had a whole bunch of resources, but all your other bases are mined out, then of course you're gonna be at a problem. So as soon as your forge finishes, get your. Did you already get +1 attack?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, so you do want to keep your upgrades going. You have the resources to do it. Make sure you're warping in on cooldown and. Okay. A small problem that I see right now is that you have no observers on the map.
I thought I did. Oh, he killed him?
Wait, you do have one. Where is that? That is with your army. So you
Why
want
did
to
he
start.
Come all the way back.
Make sure it's not hotkeyed with your army. And hotkey your army right now. So if you have 3 Colossus, you'll be perfectly safe so long as you keep them alive. Force fields do that, as well as zealots. Stalkers are, the soft counter to Vikings.
Mm-hmm.
So if he did have Vikings when you next fight, then you want to kind of focus down the Vikings with the Stalkers. Yes, you.
I'm losing you. I did not hear anything you said.
Yeah, it lagged for a second. When you're in a fight and you have Stalkers and they have Vikings, you focus down the Vikings with the Stalkers because you lose damage on the Bio Ball, but at the same time your Colossus stay alive for a lot longer.
Should I throw down a second Robo or no?
That's you. Have you scouted anything that tells you to do Robo, or should you go Council? You haven't been scouting too much. That's
no.
So
I do see SCV going across the map, so he has 2 bases and he's going for a 4th, I'm assuming.
All right. Well, you're going to. He's not going for a 4th. I'll tell you that right now. You have your upgrades coming out. That's nice. Do you have Warpins? Your Warpins are ready. You need to use those.
I should probably throw down a couple more gates too.
Why are you warping in so many Stalkers though?
But that's what you told me to do.
No, I said Zealots and Sentries keep your Colossi alive. Looks like you have a few problems in the home front though. Never want to just A-move because your Stalkers. Well, in this spot I guess it's fine, but if you look into your natural as well, he's double dropping on you, so you want to split your army.
Mm-hmm.
You cleaned out the main, that's good, and your third base is still running pretty well. If I look at the resources lost, he's actually lost more than you if I look at the work skill. Yeah, you've lost 3,400, he's lost 3,900. I think that's because of his just careless drops, but at the same time, he has 30 more workers than you do right now.
And that's not good. Plus he has mules that are probably helping his ass too.
Yeah, he's about 500 minerals in terms of income ahead of you, and he has his gases at his 3rd already saturated.
How is his upgrades coming?
His upgrades are ahead of you, or actually your +2 attack is ahead of his. but your armor will be slightly ahead of his. So you are ahead in upgrades, which is pretty standard for PvT.
Mm-hmm.
So that's not like some big advantage to be happy about, just because like it always happens that way. You haven't really been scouting, and you gotta constantly be doing that, because you don't know if he has mass Vikings right now or if he has, 2.
Yeah.
So you're sending. You have 1 Colossi that's just gonna go out to die. Your observer's over the army, but you didn't really move anything with it. You're in a decent spot for your Colossi. You want to focus down those Vikings with your Stalkers and make sure your other Colossus doesn't get picked off, but make sure it's also helping in the fight.
I'm in trouble.
Sit down. I think you're gonna be okay. Yeah, you're gonna be okay. But the problem is that when Protoss loses its tier 3, you're in a very big problem situation.
Mm-hmm.
Terran can remats on tier 1 and metavets, and they'll be perfectly fine. We can't do that. So,
One
since
behind
you have
Dark Shrine.
well, there's that, or there's Storm. Storm is very effective, and we've seen Demon Monkey.
He doesn't know how to handle storms, but my storm control is probably as good as his ghost control.
It's really upsetting then.
I am going to go out for another expansion, though.
Yes, now, where do you think you want to take that?
I want to hide it.
No.
No? Then here.
Do you know if he has the Watchtower?
I do not.
So he might know exactly what you're thinking about doing. If he knows that, then he will
and
be it.
He does have it.
Alright, he also has a random medevac over your main base right now that doesn't have anything in it.
I don't see that.
Like, I don't know. I
Really?
don't know how.
I'm going all over my main base right now.
Actually, he just boosted it over your stalkers, so he's smart. So you're not getting any scouting on right now.
Yeah, and I'm not making anything either, like a smart one.
Yeah, so you need to be massing out. It's all a lot of Vikings, but he hasn't scanned your army recently, so for all he knows, you could have 4 Colossi out again, or you could have gone mass Templars. You didn't get a high Templar archives, or a Templar archive, so that's gonna hurt you, but your upgrades are still nice, so
I want Dark Shrine.
Okay, well you're gonna want to use that immediately, because you're already losing half your zealots.
Okay, yeah.
Gotta have your army hotkeyed.
I think I'm screwed. I think I did better than last game.
Well, yes, definitely better than last game. If he scans the DTs, I mean, you've lost your third. You've pretty much lost the game already, just because you don't have the economy to come back.
Mm-hmm.
But at the same time, you did do much better. He is diamond. We have to remember that. You have to. You need to be scouting, and you need to hotkey your army. Those are giant right now. Like, they seem like small things, especially the hotkey in your army.
Mm-hmm.
But at the same time, they're so important, because you wouldn't have lost lost half your zealots because you weren't looking.
Yeah.
So, I mean, even if you aren't looking at it, you can always like move on the mini map and stuff, and then you won't have that issue, or at least not to the same extent. So I'll be honest, he's sitting outside your base with Marauder, Hellbat, Viking, and he's making a lot of ghost at one time.
Well, I don't have to worry about his ghost control.
For sure, you do have 2 Colossi kind of just chilling out in your main base, so make sure that they're in the next fight, even though his Viking count is so high that they're going to die in 4 volleys, I'm going to say. And he's also attacking you in a choke point. Choke points are going to be good for him, because you basically, when you have mass zealot, then you're basically a Zerg player against a Protoss player, if you know what I mean, where like the Zerglings want to get around.
So
and do pretty good micro, but it's just that cute kind of fun stuff right now, because you've already kind of been in a bad spot. Immortal's trying to do stuff. It doesn't look like that's gonna be the case though. Did you have an observer with your army?
Yeah.
Okay, he must have scanned it and took it out.
Yeah.
Another thing, just in general, more observers. I believe what was it? 4 was the magic number. So, if you're just looking at the map before you quit out, you could have one above the 12 o'clock expansion, one on the left side of the 9 o'clock expansion, one with your army, and one somewhere not right over his army, but where he's going to move out. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So, like, right over the the bottom right side of that circle in the middle.
Gotcha.
And then that'll just tell you what he's doing, when he's doing it, and then you can prepare ahead of time and then follow his army, get observer speed, all that fun.
Yeah.
So there's a lot to do in one game, of course.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I don't know if I'm helping at all or not, but trying definitely. What is? Oh, this is that really.
He said much better.
Yeah, it was in general a lot better. You had that first fight that you won because of the upgrade advantage. He attacked at a really bad timing. That was more of him not looking at his upgrade timing, which of course I don't do that, so I can't talk too much. But
Learning you are, young grasshopper.
all right, now do you want to try any PvP or PvZ?
I would like some PvP. High temp late. No high temp at all. LOL.
That's why, like, you can go Dark Shrine, and that's cool,
But then
but
you gotta be harassing his bases with them.
yeah, and that's harder to do against Terran, but still possible. So what we could do is, well, I don't have any Zerg friends that are on it.
See. Is your low level friend online? Question mark. This way you can join call and watch us fight because he's Toss, I think. I think he's a lower level Toss.
Alright. That would work, and if really need be, then he could. I mean, like I can give tips on Terran, and he can give tips on Protoss. I would think so. If need be, I could play like Zerg or something, since my Zerg play isn't all that great. But neither is my Terran, though. I don't know.
I gotcha.
So we could do that.
Well, I'm thinking this now. I say we transition into the team games. I'm trying to think what we can do. And then depending on what we're going against, like you can give me information what I should do. I won't do any of those troll things I normally do, like mass carriers or anything like that.
Alright.
I'll actually, depending on what we have in front of us, I'll go into certain builds that you tell me that I should go.
Alright, that works too. Then I'll add Mr. Demon Monkey to the call. Hello.
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 We're gonna do some 3v3s, and we're gonna tell them what builds and stuff to do. So let's hope you're ready, because I'm starting it right now. GG.
No, Reed, you gotta find something better than me. If you're gonna mass void race, void race, void race, oh!
Okay, so we're not doing 3v3s anymore.
Yeah, let's just go 2v2, shall we?
Aww.
Me and Demon Monkey have a 3v3 that or a best of 3 that you need to test, or.
Yeah. God, that made me so mad, that second game.
I
I purposely clicked the medevac to go to the very top of the map, avoiding that area. And then I look back because the like thing on the mini map pops up, and I just see it right over your stalkers. I'm like, are you serious right now?
I saw it flying, and I'm like, wait, is he just gonna give this to me? And then I had a third stalker coming down too, but
I was so mad. I was like, oh my god. Because it's little mistakes like that that make you look terrible.
it'll be alright. I only had 2 viewers in there, and I believe those were me and J Money. Oh.
I had 7.
Wow.
Alright, triple Protoss. Let's do this.
And now what are we fighting? Team games, of course, going to be a little bit different, but we do have double Zerg. So, I mean, we're not going to go for any...
Well, I know what this means. There's definitely going to be an Oracle rush.
What?
There's going to be an Oracle rush on our... Like, they're going to Oracle rush us if there's 3 Protoss.
What?
Oh, wait, you said...
We are 3 Protoss.
Oh, never mind.
No. I think I'm actually going to do the extremely early Oracle Rush, just because I haven't done that in a while.
And what should I go, sir, besides scouting?
Well, yes, you got to scout. It's always going to be good against Zerg, against anybody really, but
what is?
Know, Robo.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe for a 2-gate Robo build, and then when we can, we'll all secure expansions, because, team games, it's harder to expand.
Gotcha.
Um,